Welcome to historic Nippert Stadium in Cincinnati. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Minnesota Golden Gophers and the Cincinnati Bearcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe working the sidelines. We'll check in with her shortly. The Bearcats headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense comes onto the field first today. Jordan Marshall. Here's a guy that can really deliver tough yards on the ground for this offense.
And they've been stacking up dubs because of their running back. Like, they don't make any bones about it. They're going to hand him the football. They're going to try to make him get the football in as many ways. They'll be a little bit creative, but it's his touches. It's his ability to make people miss. It's his ability to hit home runs that makes this whole thing go, Palmer. Like, he is key 1, 2, and 3 for this offense.
Yeah, and we were talking to the other team's D coordinator coming into this one, and he was like, honestly, we thought this guy was going to be good coming into the year. We didn't expect him to be this good, though. And I think watching the film really got the attention of our defense, and they're locked in. I think they know they have a huge challenge on their hands because you're right, this running back, while he might not have the best talent around him, he is difficult to stop.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
It's complete to the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, when they were scripting this opening drive this week in practice, I don't know if they expected it to be this good. First play, first down. Second play, first down. Third play, first down. Everything is working. I'll tell you, when you got a quarterback, though, with this kind of ability, and you got the playmakers around him like they do on offense, maybe it's not so surprising.
Looking to throw, it's Peters. Got his man downfield. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Long way to go on second down. On the run, it's Marshall. Snowed under by the defense.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Out wide right, it's Thompson. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door first and goal.
Looking for the score. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He wants it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Working the ground game. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. The Bearcats are in the hurry-up. Sells to fake. Rushes on. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Looking for a man. It's Peters. Hauls it in. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, it looked like that might be the first touchdown of the game, but what a great job by the defender, seeing the football and swatting it away.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Drives inside. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. Now it looks as if we have an injured Golden Gopher on the play. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down, no matter what. If I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
He's got it on the right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Going for the touchdown, couldn't make the connection, but this flag will be against the defense. So the pass interference in the end zone will give them a free 15. Remember the difference in this rule and the pros. Ball is not placed at the 1-yard line in this situation. And the Golden Gophers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Looking for a man. It's Peters. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
On that 3rd down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field.
Touchdown, Minnesota! Middle of the end zone, he's got it! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he'll bring it back. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. First play of this drive. They're all over him. Trying to get away. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. And the Bearcats moving quickly to the line. Trying to establish the run. Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Trying to squeak through the pile. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Bearcats will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. The run inside. It's Marshall. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. Now it looks as if we have an injured Golden Gopher on the play. The Golden Gophers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They give it to him again. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Now it looks as if we have an injured Golden Gopher on the play. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Peters. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Right side, it's Marshall. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Once he got some room, it was over. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The Bearcats want to pick up the tempo. Give to the single back. He's got enough. At the 40, there he goes. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. to throw, it's Peters. Between the hashes, it's Walsh. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. He'll take a shot. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Gets the back moving. Gonna look downfield again. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. Cincinnati brings its offense onto the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The Bearcats will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Let's send the tight end in motion. Back to throw. It's Peters. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was, with that ball landing out of bounds.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides himself on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Turns it upfield. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
And man, this is not the plan that they drew up defensively. Like trying to get stops, trying to get them off the field. They finally get them to a 3rd down situation, and they still can't execute. So slow start for this defense. They better find some answers because they've already dug themselves a hole.
Unloads in the nick of time.
And this just hasn't been his day, man. He's already thrown some interceptions and leaving the ball short, like just not getting to his receiver. He's got to do something to change the mojo up because right now he's not playing well, and at this rate, he might be going to the pine.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Out wide right, it's Marshall. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Peters. Firing deep. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Trying to take it back. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He'll be stopped right at the 42 after returning the pick, and the defense comes up with a turnover. The Bearcats offense heads out to get things started on this drive. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
They'll run him again. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down. The Bearcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll move the wide receiver.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. Under pressure. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very...
Makes the grab in their space. He's stopped. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Powers inside. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Tells the run, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Throws it off the RPO. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Hand it to the back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get it. Back's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. Moving the pocket, it's Peters. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, And that's why that one fell incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
The Bearcats used the first of their 3 timeouts. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. The Golden Gophers will try to convert on 4th down. On the RPO, got him. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. And the Golden Gophers will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw one first. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
3rd and long coming up. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Motion from the wideout. Caught on the RPO. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Golden Gophers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Dropping back, it's Peters. Out wide left, it's Marshall. Makes the grab and room to run. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Jumped on top of the pile.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. It doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Trying to find the end zone. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Minnesota! Fitted in the window for the score. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with UTSA in their matchup against the number 2 team, the LSU Tigers.
And the Golden Gophers will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Bearcats offense out there to go on the attack. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Sees some running room. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Bearcats want to crank the tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. Drops back. It's Peters. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
Second down, gonna throw it. The short hands, it's Fowler. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Golden Gophers right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Fresh set of downs going up top. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback, really seeing the drag route start to come across the field. He puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Third and 6 yards to go. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Fights off a defender. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. And the Golden Gophers have this offense rolling. Wide receiver going in motion. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. We saw it on that last play.
Right side, it's Fowler. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Peters. Left side, it's Smith. No chance to run, but still a good gain. picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wide receiver. Rid of it on the RPO. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. And the Golden Gophers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Making the adjustment. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. He's looking downfield to throw. Got his man. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Needs it here on 4th down. Got it. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Lets it go to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up 3rd down.
Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. Dropping back, it's Peters. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture. After such a long drive, so many 1st downs, you've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Quarterback decides, let's think this 4th down play over, and he calls a timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. They've already converted twice on 4th down, but this 3rd time would be the ultimate charm on 4th and goal. Short of picking up that 1st down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and makes it.
Snags it, and there's running room. Inside the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Bearcats. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They had the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the D.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Minnesota sideline, guys, I can tell you something we have got to keep our eye on. This quarterback was really banged up and bruised up after last week's win. He told me when I caught up with him this week, he has definitely been feeling sore this week. He did not miss any practice, but I will keep you posted as this game goes along. He's going to have to fight through some things here today, and I'll let you know how it's looking down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
We'll see what kind of impact that has, Holly. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. As we head to the fourth quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Breaks into the open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They've got
a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Straight ahead, it's Ford. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Wants to throw. It's Peters. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. 6th play of the drive coming up. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's fourth down.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay in nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and the running quarterback. And you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a fourth down.
And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Handoff from the gun. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. The Bearcats will hustle to the line.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Bearcats line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Grab behind the line. It's Smith.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Now Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Peters. Fires immediately. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll set up to throw. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Bearcats sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. On the move, he fires. Out wide right, it's Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Bearcats come to the line in the hurry-up. Drops back on 1st down. Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over him. A big play for the defense with the 1st down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. From the gun, looking for a man. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Nice play to knock that one down.
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
Now this defense could really use a stop on 3rd down as the offense has had its way. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Could not make his way to the corner. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
The Bearcats used the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Push is ahead. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
Oftentimes when offenses get a 1st down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing the
Deep shot for the end zone. Just had to get rid of it.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with a knell.
Finds his target. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw one first. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Timeout called, Cincinnati using its second. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on fourth down. Defense playing a bail technique. Look out! They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And what a great play right there by the pass rush, affecting the QB's rhythm, David. He didn't have a chance to throw that on time. They forced him to scramble. Everything broke down. He tried to go get it himself, but you saw the speed catch up to him, bring him to the ground, and the defense, they win it for their team.
Just great job taking away the initial read, right? Like he wanted to throw the football. Great initial coverage. Then it breaks down a little bit, and now you got to chase. You got to play that second play. They do it masterfully. In a big moment, man, they chase him down, they get to the QB, and they call game and walk out of here with the W.
Looking downfield, it's Peters. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Changing the routes with his receivers. Shotgun snap on third down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't.
Looking for the end zone. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? The defense has been hanging on for dear life figuratively, now literally, and it draws a flag. Fresh set of downs going up top. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got